Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Schwab. Refreshed from our break.
It was so nice to not watch the show, and then we ruined it by watching this show again.
Phelan, it was bad tonight. It was bad.
We had a bit of a charmed classic in this one.
Whew, this felt ultra charm classic to me.
Yeah.
So before we jump into things, I did want to talk about the Maggie meme. I asked people last week, a couple weeks ago, to take the footage of Maggie dancing, set it to some new music. People came through. I wanted to give a shout out to Salazar Art Nation again. Did a couple versions, Dunkachino. And then another one set to David Hasselhoff's cover of Rhinestone Cowboy.
Yeah, it was very good.
Lehman 1983 set it to the new classic Lady Carwoman by Peter Hunter himself. The Isle of Rangoon did a couple versions. I didn't recognize the first song as some sort of circus music. If it's from something, I did not recognize it. Was not labeled, but was pretty funny. And then Kevin MacLeod's Farting Around, which is definitely a favorite of mine in the movie nights / manic episodes scoring. There was also just a handful of them from Vinny, who set it to Mary-Kate and Ashley's What's All the Noise About Boys? From the springbreak.com dance thing. Top that from Teen Witch. Skipping Stones from Ninja Turtles coming out of their shells.
Yeah, I liked that.
Yeah. And one from Maggie and the Cow Pies, Walking on Sunshine. So thanks, everyone. These were very good. We also watched an episode of Charmed today, unfortunately. It was season 3, episode 6, Private Enemy number 1.
And there was no Maggie dancing to anything dumb.
No, I was really annoyed by this episode, and I think I knew I was going to be annoyed because the very first shot was Abigail.
Yeah, so immediately -10.
I just went, ugh, Abigail, that's what I wrote.
What do you want from me, Abby?
Someone or something is trying to kill me.
This scene was confusing. I don't know what it's about. I'm sure it's probably supposed to be leading up to something, but like it was done in such a piss poor way. It was like, why is anything happening?
Yeah, it's hard to comprehend what you're even looking at. It's like two demons arguing, and then they're like, oh, this marriage will happen over my dead body. She's like, okay, and then she stares out the window, and this happens like in the first minute, and you're like, what? Who were they? Why'd they do that? What's going on?
I didn't even know. The only reason I have any clue about who those guys might be is because the subtitles say primordial demons. Otherwise, I'm like, who the fuck are these guys? Is she trying to like schmooze with Mel to get a marriage going here? Is that what's going on? Because she says to them, she's like, this is the oldest story in the book. Girl meets girl, girl shags girl to piss off daddy.
I don't know.
Is that the girl in question?
I think it's just supposed to be something about their situation we don't know anything about.
I don't know any other, like, two girls that are together in this. Unless maybe Abigail's got something else going on, or there's some other people.
I mean, maybe she's supposed to be relating it to something to do with Mel when she's talking to them, but it was just supposed to be something to do with what their marriage or whatever is going to happen, till she just throws them both out the window. Apparently she's supposed to be like arbitrating, I'm guessing, for these demon families is probably what it was supposed to be, and then she's like, I'm just throwing them out the window because I'm a bad leader.
It wasn't until you said that just now that's probably what she's doing. She's just doing demon overlord business, and it has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah, that's what it was supposed to be about.
Oh, I thought this had to do with the plot, because I'm used to everything being the world's largest exposition dump. This was so confusing.
No, because like Mel, like for some reason Mel's getting the demon I don't know, dealings and stuff, news. Like, I don't know where she's going for this, but later in the episode, she's like, I heard you've been a real cutthroat leader lately, Abigail. She's like, I know, OMG, right?
Back to the stupid monarchy of demons or whatever, and all their paperwork and business shit or whatever. Like, who cares? We don't need these things back. We don't.
No. Not even for 2 confusing seconds.
I had no idea that's what was going on. But thank God it wasn't actually talking about another demon marriage. We don't need another one of those on this show either.
I don't know why the demons wouldn't just destroy Abigail, though. If they're like, oh, like these supposedly important demon families, I would assume, went to see her and she just killed them.
I feel like it's confusing to call them primordial demons when so much of the storyline is about these like primordial creatures getting out of this other dimension, but I don't think it's related. I think it was some other thing because she just killed them immediately.
Yeah, that's why I was confused that you said that, because I thought maybe the title had something to do with it, and I thought it must be talking to do with the creatures. I didn't know they were called primordial demons, but alright.
Yeah. Why?
It's
just 2 dudes in suits. They don't even look like demons. Nothing looks like anything in this show.
Mm-hmm.
Stop ganging up on me!
Apparently she's been upgraded since becoming Demon Overlord again. She has a couple guards back. Yeah. But they're spaced out enough with the giant doors, so it's okay. They
wanted to come back and work for her because she's being shitty at her job? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't see her doing any good arbitration here if all we got witness to was she throws them out a window and then says, like, clean this up.
Yeah.
But I suppose, like, if you're going to be a demon overlord, you got to rule with an iron fist. The patriarchy's going to take it back from you if you show any sign of weakness.
I assume there's some balance you have to have there, or otherwise they're just going to overthrow you. It's like, why are we listening to this person? They don't do their job. They just throw us out a window.
I could not care less about She Crowley. I could not. Get out of here with this stupid demon overlord nonsense, romance, friendship, supernatural bullshit. We had 15 fucking seasons of this, and we bailed on it, and now they're creating we're the feminist version.
Yeah.
Get out of here. She's doing the same thing, right? She might as well be ruling the underworld from her pizza shack.
Yeah. It's this, her in her apartment. It's the same shit.
It's the same storyline. Even if you were super into it, and boy, I got sick of it on Supernatural, why do you want to see, like, a stupid Dollar Tree version of it? Like, this is just the stupid version of a bad storyline.
Leave your stupid comments in your pocket.
I'm tired of these, like, we're friends with you, leader of the demon underworld, devil, whatever.
Yeah, Supernaturals is the dollar store version of that in the first place, since this is Crowley sitting in a basement. So
it became the dollar store version of itself by the time it got to that point.
The dollar eating its own tail, or however the hell that works.
I'm feeling crabby tonight, Phelan.
You're Crabigael.
I'm Crabigael. Phelan, that's the meanest thing you've ever said to me. Alright, well, Crabigael, she's sleeping. Something invisible drags her out of bed. We are supposed to care somehow. Supernatural credits show. Oh, charmed. Charmed. It's the I am getting disturbed by the similarities of how they laid out Supernatural and how Charmed is laid out now. I don't like it.
Well, it's alright, because we also had that dusting of OG Charmed.
Oh man, this is the worst of all worlds. Well, here's something. We have a scene with Elliot Larson, who is the alien conspiracy theorist that we saw in that the last episode from alienhunter.com.
Yeah, he owns alienhunter.com. I think that's the thing that impressed me the most.
I'm going to look it up. Alienhunter.com. Alienhunter.com.
I bet he doesn't really know it.
Oh my god, it's free. It's on GoDaddy. You could jump on alienhunter.com right now.
Ooh.
get a jump on Elliot there. I'm surprised that one was free, honestly. Like, it's generic enough. I thought it would have been grabbed up.
Yeah. Someone must have let it lapse at some point.
Yeah. Elliot went blind and died, so he couldn't renew his domain. GoDaddy has... They're like, we tried to contact him, but... Alright, well, he's filming some more of his alien stuff, and one of those cracks in the sky that we saw from last episode appears. The girls watching the video spot one of the symbols that they've been seeing from these ancient creatures. So they suspect he might be summoning some things or causing some disturbance. They should investigate. But Maggie has school stuff, and Mel has a date. And Macy has safe space, but I guess she'll deal, so Macy's gonna go.
This was pathetic.
Complain.
Yeah. Macy goes like, okay, we should probably go check in on this. Let's go. Yeah, then immediately the other two, oh, well, we have excuses. Like, pathetic excuses.
I gotta go to the paper and write. Jobs are on the line at the newspaper.
I have my babies to look after. I love that Maggie was the one bringing this up, too, so she just brought it up to go, hey, Macy, can you deal with this? I don't want to, because, no, I have a bunch of no one coming to my stupid little dance studio. Because I'm too dumb to look at names that signed up.
Macy's the smart, responsible one that they're like, you'll take care of it, Macy. You're the competent one that gets everything done anyway. Like, it's not like we ever do anything fucking useful.
It's clear they just want to dump this on her and then go fuck off and be lazy asshats.
Mel's the one that has the worst excuse, though, because, like, Maggie's
is nothing, too, though. It's something reschedulable.
It's something to do with her, with that grant or whatever. Internship that she's trying to get.
Her sister can go die. I mean, she's got some grant on the line.
I could see how. Yes, that's true. The grant thing is important because her education, her job, and then like Macy actually has like a job, and these are things that are hard to like reschedule. Mel has a coffee date with Ruby.
Mm-hmm.
And Mel's relationship with Ruby is really terrible in this episode. So, like, I don't know. Like, it's like, I can't reschedule again or she'll be mad. And it's like, oh, but you can, like, bitch about Muffin Lady for forever, and that's fine.
Yeah, they're both horrible just to send her off on her own on this when they have no idea what's up with it.
Yeah, that's true. But they also could have all rescheduled checking this out. They could have been like, let's do our thing and then wait until, like, we can have all of us go.
Yeah, but I mean, this is probably the more pressing concern if you think this guy is summoning evil.
Perhaps. Perhaps you have a point. But if they save innocence, Phelan, they might not be able to save innocence again.
You know, it's like the episode sets up like, oh, maybe the three of them are actually going to go off and do something. Nah.
No. This is another thing with Supernatural where they always split them up all the time. Like, they can't have, like, with Castiel and then the brothers, like, they could never have them together, even though it was an ensemble show, but no one was ever together. And they were doing this on Charm before COVID, so I'm not blaming COVID for this one. I think it's just because they're used to this formula, and for whatever reason, they hate having the sisters do things together.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we had, like, a run of episodes this season where they were, and then they went back to the same damn formula where, like, we don't really understand why one person in particular seems to have this sympathy for Abigail and doing their own thing there. And you have, like, Macy and Harry being boring together, and then you have Maggie in the year of Maggie doing whatever bullshit she's doing. It's, like, it's cycling through the same thing.
Maggie and her stupid ego, like... Fuck, I can't stand her.
Yeah, that's where I wrote major OG Charmed vibes. That's this whole, like, I gotta do this, now I gotta do this. We have a scene where Harry drops a pen, and he bends over to pick it up, and his back is sore. I don't understand that, because he's a white lighter who doesn't age, right? Like, he's...
Mm-hmm.
So why does he have back problems?
Because someone mentioned his age, and now it's just, oh, I'm so old!
Why?
It's a dumb story.
Why the hell did you do that?
Is this like he's making himself have back problems because he's believing he's so old? Like he's just like absorbing these back problems mentally?
Yeah. It's insane.
He's never had back problems before. I thought because they did it again and then flashed back to the other one, it was like, oh, does this actually mean something? And no, it's just going like, I'm old again.
Mm-hmm.
He has sort of like a Nom flashback of like everyone talking about his age. And he's like, oh, as they like show clips from other episodes. I guess like Mel had made some crack about his age before he started getting all pissy about it in the last episode. I didn't catch that, but I guess that was something that happened.
Yeah, sure.
Yep. Macy shows up and she's like, once again, my sisters are useless. Let's go check out the sailing guy together, huh? It's almost like, you know, they have other people that they can ask too, and the sisters are being all bitchy and can't do things together.
Yep.
Meanwhile, we got Mel and Ruby's coffee date, which is interrupted by Bella, Ruby's friend who made her a bunch of muffins and calls her Ruby Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. If this sounds too exciting, I don't know what to tell you.
I wrote this in all caps, so I have to say it this way. Mel is jealous! Mel's fucking jealous as hell, because this lady makes muffins and she can hug Ruby.
This is another random thing for Mel to be in an episode, because they never know what her character is, so now she is insanely jealous woman.
Good God. Yeah, I hated this. Ruby's like, hey, you know, we're just friends. And Mel says, friends with muffin benefits? Shut up.
So stupid. What a dumb show.
Like, I could see how maybe, because she says that Bella did ask her out, but she said that she said no, obviously. And then Mel goes, why obviously? Like, are you not going out, or are you? Like, why are you acting like such a bitch about this? Like, she's saying, like, no, nothing's going on here, and she's being upfront and saying she did ask me out. I said no. Maybe you might find it kind of weird after someone makes it pass that they're still, like, huggy Instagram muffin friends. Mm-hmm. Maybe that might be something, but, like, the way that both of them act, it's like they're dum-dums.
Yeah. Neither of them understand anything about human interaction.
This is terrible.
I'm in need of a guilt remover spell.
So Ruby leaves and Mel gets a call from Abigail, who is just sitting behind her, trying to be cool, I guess.
Yeah, this is so stupid.
Why does she call her?
Turn around. Behind you. I caught you for no reason.
Pretty funny, right? Like she leans back too far in her chair and falls over.
Mel just goes, you're breaking up.
Mel, admit that you care about me. No, why would I?
I can't hear you.
I can see you.
We have a back connection.
Anyway, we got Jordan and Maggie at school. Jordan meets up with Maggie at that meeting she's supposed to be having, but none of the volunteers for this internship thing showed up because COVID.
And also Bart.
Yeah, Jordan's like, hey, did you look at any of the names of the people who signed up? And they're all like Bart Simpson names that he would give Mo at the tavern.
Yeah.
Like huge ass.
Yeah. Seymour Butts.
Yeah. Amanda Hug and Kiss, probably.
Yeah. She looks at the list. She goes, why you little? And starts choking out Jordan. He's like, I thought we can't touch. And she goes, oh yeah, we totally can't. He's like, but I can touch Harry? Yeah, that makes sense. Whatever.
Someone in the comments said it just affected the Charmed ones. Is that true?
No, because they were saying it in this one that they can't touch.
Well, yeah, I'm saying, like, someone was saying that the charmed ones are the ones that are, like, thrown off by other magical people. So Harry could touch whoever, but the charmed ones can't touch magical people.
Other magic people can touch it? I don't know.
Yeah, I think other magic people can touch each other. It's just the charmed ones can't touch anyone or anything magic, apparently.
Oh, so this is just a very small them problem.
Yeah, it's just a them problem, and I find it hard to care.
Yeah. I thought this was a more immediate concern to everyone, but if it's just a them problem, who cares?
Yeah, apparently it's just a them problem. So correction there. I think that seems true to me.
I thought it was supposed to be a bigger deal.
Yeah. Like magic was collapsing or something, but it's just them.
Okay, cool.
Maggie's pretty dumb for, like, not looking at the names at all. It would be really obvious.
Yeah. So once she realizes nothing's actually going on, she obviously calls Macy right away and heads over there to... Oh, no, she doesn't! Why would she do that?
All of that's over before they even get to the scene with the alien hunter guy.
I know. She hasn't even left yet.
You know what? It was very important. She had to go, Antonio!
Yeah.
And run off because she's certain that it's the douchebag from her class.
Yeah, she thinks someone might have slighted her. So she's off to go do the important thing. Let her sister die. Who cares?
Look,
she needs to go yell at someone at school who might have played a prank on her.
Phelan, it's the year of Maggie.
It's true. It's the year of her, so fuck everyone else. I hate her.
What?
I hate her.
It's hard to pick who to hate more at this time.
Mm-hmm.
Mel is mad at Abigail for being the demon overlord again. Kind of justified. But still gonna work with her. It's the fucking Crowley principle. Why are they working with these fucking nitwits?
Yeah, Abigail's like, I'm having bad dreams, and then Mel's like, well, my sister might be dying right now, but I guess I should help you with that.
Nothing that we see... It's true. Nothing that we see that happens to Abigail makes sense when they reveal what the reason is.
Mm-hmm.
That it doesn't... It looks like just for the benefit of the audience, like it's some ghost haunting her. Mm-hmm. But then we see what's really going on. But why wouldn't we see what's really going on if that's what it was?
I don't know. Is the demon part trying to kill her and she didn't realize?
Yeah, I think that's what they're getting at. Yeah. But like...
So I guess that was what was happening. Yeah,
but why would her demon self drag her out of bed like a ghost? And then, like, she wouldn't turn into the demon like she did later.
I don't know. It doesn't make much sense.
Once they find out what's going on, she turns into the demon. But before, she doesn't?
Yes, so it can build up for no reason.
Whatever. Okay, so she thinks an evil spirit's trying to kill her. She can't get rid of it. I wrote maybe move, but I guess if the ghost is you, then you can't really do anything about it.
If only she had found a way to vanquish it and accidentally vanquished herself.
That would have been great. Abigail's like, I can't trust anyone but you, Mel. Plus she's helped them out, so come on. Mm-hmm. Come on.
We gotta do some more of this Malbigail shit. Everyone wants this couple, Malbigail.
No, there's no chemistry whatsoever. They just keep telling us that this is a thing, and it isn't a thing. It was like Harry and Abigail. I don't understand at all, like, why they keep trying to make Abigail a thing. Mm-hmm. Abigail's never gonna be a thing. It's like when WWF tried to, like, when they would pipe in cheers for Hulk Hogan to be like, you love Hulk Hogan. It's like, no, you can't tell people that they like something.
Yeah.
I'm aware of how destiny is going to take its course, brother.
It's so fucking insulting, and I hate it. They did that on, like, Drag Race when they had it had Silky on there, and they kept, like, praising her for all of the challenges, and she did so badly because they were trying to do this arc like, oh, Silky is a winner, but she was so lazy and bad. Right, Phelan?
Yeah, I understand completely.
All the RuPaul's Drag Race fans out there, let me know in the comments. Do you agree? Silky badge.
If I would have listened for my mother life today, bitch, I was mother ready.
Anyway, Macy and Harry are at the alien hunter dude's house. Macy's like, I'm gonna shake his hand, and if the magic allergy affects us, we know that he's magic. But nothing happens. So they're pretending to be alien abductees to talk to him about probing, I guess.
Mm-hmm. He thinks they're a married couple for a second. They're like, oh, we're not married. He's like, oh, well, of course, because he's so old. It wouldn't make sense for you two to be together.
They could have been dating. I mean, they are dating, but I mean, like, why isn't that a possibility to him that if they're not married, they're dating? Does
Harry even look that much older that it would be ridiculous anyway?
No, he doesn't look that much older. I looked up the age difference, and he is older than her, like, in a way that it is a little unusual. It's not, like, crazy different, but, like, just to look at him, he looks a lot younger than he is. He is 45. And Madeline Mantock is 31. So it's not like a crazy difference. Mm-hmm. So I don't know why someone would look at them and be like, oh, you're a little old for her anyway. Anyway, Macy spots a pink crystal ball on the table and tries to touch it, but it sparks a little bit. Alien hunter guy gets all pissy that she tried to touch his things, so she distracts him by using her powers to, like, knock some dishes over or something. So while he's picking those up, she takes the crystal and they cheese it out of there. Yeah. He gets angry silver eyes. No! I guess they're just cataracty eyes.
My balls!
My balls!
And that's when he reveals he was Riley from Buffy the whole time. I love balls!
I have a poster that labels all of the balls for me. In the bunker, Macy uses a microscope on the ball, finds that same symbol on it that they've been seeing. She gets a bunch of texts from Safe Space, so she's like, all right, I gotta take care of this. You always know how to solve the problem, Harry. Bye!
She was left no managers for any of this shit. Why is Safe Space a good thing for them to be doing? Who knows?
Harry touches the ball and says he wishes he had all the answers. Apparently him saying that has no relation to actually what happens. It makes it seem like he's making a wish and then it grants it, but apparently it's just wishful thinking. And
when you wish upon a ball, it turns you into a conspiracy nut.
When he touches it and says that, his eyes glow and an eye appears on his forehead. Meanwhile, Maggie is pissily looking for Antonio because she's gonna crush him.
Yeah. Jordan goes, I have to go do legal stuff. Bye. Legal.
I'm here to say some advice and then go do lawyer stuff. Yeah.
I have to go now. My planet needs me.
Planet Law needs me.
No, Jordan died on his way home.
Maggie grabs the poster the flyer that Antonio has for his study and magically changes the number on all of them so that she'll make no one come to his thing. Meanwhile, Macy gets back to Harry, and he's gone crazy because he knows a bunch of stuff now, so his head's crammed full of information. Yeah, so he's
of course got, like, tacks on a board with strings linking stuff. Classic conspiracy nut guy shit.
He was able to do some stuff with these symbols, translate them into numbers. These numbers are some sort of location. But Macy realizes something's up with him. It's probably not good. She tries to take the orb away from him. He gets all defensive. So she tells him to take a nap instead, and he does. Immediately. So if they were able to, the conspiracy theory guy, he just sets his orb in a drawer and then they grab it real quick, they go yoink and leave. So why doesn't Macy just wait till Harry goes to sleep for that nap immediately and then yoink takes the orb away?
Yeah, Harry's way more protective of it than that guy was, even though he had it longer, so that doesn't make a lot of sense.
How did they grab it the first time without it affecting them? Because apparently it's just contact. Like, and Macy did touch it briefly.
Yeah.
So, did the wish have to do with it then? Or
I think it did. I think because Harry says later, because he made the wish, it did
this
something.
seems like an ultra-specific thing. Like, what was Alien Hunter guy wishing for when he touched it? Like, I wish I knew about aliens.
Yeah.
The truth is out there.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to believe.
I wish I was Mulder.
So we have another scene with Maggie. She's taunting Antonio for messing with her sign-up sheet. And he's like, oh, so you were pranked by the Sigmas too. They've been messing with the psych department. I guess it wasn't Antonio after all.
I can't tell you how interested I am in Maggie and her garbage school plots. I can't tell you because I'm not.
The next scene is Jordan at the law firm being boring. That's all I wrote.
Yeah. Well, he says legal, and then they're like, but legal, and he goes, legal. They're, legal. Dun, dun, dun. And then he sees his own grave and realizes he died 50 years ago and disappears.
He was Mortimer Muffins all along. Yeah, that scene is when you take your piss break. You won't miss anything.
The whole episode's when you take your piss break. Take the longest piss of your life. Empty yourself completely out.
Take the Austin Powers piss.
Then you watch Charmed, or I could spend the whole thing in the bathroom.
Take your power piss. If I could call this episode Power Piss, I would. I feel like it'll get demonetized.
Evacuation beginning.
So Macy goes to check in on that alien hunter guy. It doesn't look good. His place is wrecked. There's some papers with the symbols on them. She goes, what the...
Yeah. Classic time machine I bought at a yard sale.
What in the world? The alien hunter shows up and he's blind. More on that later. Mel is at Abigail's...
More on that at 5.
We'll update you as the situation progresses. Mel is at Abigail's protecting her. So Mel is in the living room. Abigail is in her room in her pajamas. She calls her, asking her to sleep in there with her to protect her. But Mel's like, I'm watching you on this skyscraper. Shut up. I just wrote attempted sexiness fail just because you have Mel watching her sleep in her pajamas. This is the most flaccid fucking thing I've ever seen. Mel looks like she's smelling something bad in every scene.
Mel even pulls out some flaccid pickles.
Well, she's not into pickles. Okay?
No. So she throws them in the fireplace.
What would she do? Like take out some spoiled clams or something? Like,
yeah.
Would that be like enough symbolism for how badly this is working out? This is it's so telegraphed and bad. There's like zero chemistry. Are there Mel and Abigail shippers out there? Is there anyone into this?
No. It has to be very Mal.
Mel doesn't seem into this. It seems like Abigail keeps trying to force herself on her, just like with the Harry thing, and somehow we're supposed to think this is going to work out in some way.
Yeah, I don't know why Mel just doesn't tell her, go to hell.
I don't know, because they think that we like Abigail, and it's cute or something.
Yeah. Well, it's like Abigail keeps hitting on Mel, and Mel just kind of stares blankly, like she's off in her own world or something without any retort in her head about it.
I don't know anything about Melonie Diaz as a person. Is she unsatisfied with her work here? Like, this can't be fulfilling. And I'm not saying that she's half-assing it, because I think she's doing fine. I just think, like, she has maybe the most thankless role on the show.
I think she has the most undefined role on the show because they still don't know who the Mel is.
It's like all over the place because last week it was doing okay and then it just nosedived back into season 2 ass.
Yeah, it just seems random. I don't know who Mel is.
Terrible. But she didn't come off looking good in this episode. No one did, though. Everyone looked terrible in this episode. Mm-hmm. Maybe Macy came out okay, but she was still boring. Like, her and Harry.
It wasn't a great plot. I mean, she was fine as a character, I suppose. Yeah, like, it was nothing special, I guess. I mean, I don't know why no one realizes phones exist, though. It feels like Charmed is like... the original Charmed and this Charmed seem to fall into, like, their default state is slightly miffed and busy. Mm-hmm. Like, everyone's constant state is like, I gotta check this out. Yeah. And I'm too up my own ass to bother checking in on anyone else right now, because I just can't, because it's the year of Maggie. Self-centered, miffed, and busy is the default Charmed state. And look, it's not fun to watch, though. It's not fun to watch a perpetual state of this. Yeah. The next scene is Maggie and Jordan at the bar feeling bad for themselves. Jordan goes, "You think that's bad? I had a legal thing." I'm just imagining like a Family Guy style flashback. Yeah. You think that's bad?
Remember when I auditioned to be David Hasselhoff's car? Hey there, Knight Rider. After those bad guys, Kit. You think that's bad? Doodly-doodly-doo. And then like cut to like them just sitting at the law firm and then crickets. Yeah. That's it. It's a really boring law scene. Well, that does sound pretty bad because there is no Maggie there and it's the year of Maggie. Lois, remember when I worked at a law firm? And then a chicken fights him and he hurts his knee. That's what happens in the middle of this scene. Jordan fights a chicken. Yeah. Oh, my knee, Maggie. 10 years later. And then Maggie's like, "It's the year of me. I can't help you with this chicken. Yeah. I'm sorry. I just can't deal with this because Seymour Butts pranked me. Right now. I can't." Well, Jordan asks, "Hey, are we together or what?" What's the deal here? Do I have a girlfriend? I don't know. Maggie says, "I know there are feelings between us, but I can't do anything with that right now. I need this to be the year of me." Phoebe has possessed her. Yeah. Phoebe has reincarnated into Maggie. They blew up at the end of season 8. Right after the credits rolled, they all blew up. And then she reincarnated as Maggie. And holy fucking shit. They are one and the same. Phoebe is back with a vengeance. Ugh. Can't wait for her to like start writing articles about herself. That's what she did with her little trauma essay, though, wasn't it? Yeah, she's gonna start writing papers about herself for school. Cool. She was doing like the little Sex in the City thing. Yeah, Phoebe liked to do. Yeah. Female empowerment, I tell you. Again, I just want to reiterate when I said like her little trauma essay. I don't want to belittle anyone with actual trauma. Yeah, I feel like some of the things they're talking about is fine. No, the difference we're talking about her made up BS in the show. Yeah, well, I just want to clarify. I don't want people to feel bad about their triggers or trauma or anything like that. I just feel like the way that Charmed does it is bad. Yeah. Okay. There's a difference between real things and what we're talking about in Charmed. Well, yeah, I just clarifying. I don't want to be mean to anyone who's non-fictional. Maybe the showrunners of the show. I don't know. Maybe a little mean toward them. Fix your show. Fix your show. Whatever. They made a bad show. Look, I can't say I have too much of a horse in this race other than like I'm not enjoying myself, but it's not like I'm expecting Charmed to become a good show. No. Because the original show, I don't think in the early seasons it could be like entertaining enough. Maybe if it could get to that level, I would enjoy it more. Just latch onto the ludicrous at least and make it enjoyably stupid. This is like, it makes me bored and mad.
These are two feelings I don't want to have on a consistent basis. Maybe if you got one or two clunkers in there, there's some catharsis in being like, well, they really missed the mark this week. But this is like the entire show at this point. Like, sometimes it's like, maybe it's going in a better direction. It was all right. And then just...
Like, when you think about what actually happened in this episode, Harry got crazy with a ball. Like, that was the central action.
It was better last week because they had like a monster of the week thing and then some things to deal with around it. Like, this ball wasn't that interesting of a story, and all it was just to continue these exposition dump relationship scenes that they did all last season anyway. The prevalence of Abigail also brought it down into like shitty last season territory we didn't want to come back to. This is why I didn't want to give them credit last week when I said, like, I'm sick of like giving them credit and saying let's see, and then it doesn't happen, because then this shit happens.
That's what I said too when they retooled it again for the proper season 3, that I wasn't interested because I didn't think it was going to go anywhere, like every retool of this stupid show.
The only improvement I think they've made for season 3 is Maggie's hair. I like Maggie's hair, and that's about it.
We need her to angrily interpretive dance at things more.
I did like the interpretive dance. That was very good.
That's what she should have done when she saw Bort pranked her.
That's how she gets it out. This scene was kind of amusingly dumb. Mel is looking at Bella's Insta in jealousy.
Yeah.
So she's like, oh, Muffin Girl, what's on her Insta?
Yeah, she's Instagram stalking her and like looking for Ruby's likes or something. Like, oh, she liked it. Grrr. And then Abigail's like, hey, I'm dying. She's like, oh, I'm busy. Stupid Instagram.
She had one job, to watch her on a big screen. And she looks up and Abigail's on fire. Oh,
I was
whoops.
really hoping, though, after Mel's seen that, she just, like, looks and then slides out the door.
She's like Homer Simpson in the bushes, just backs up.
Yeah. Just, whoops.
I didn't see anything. That would be great if she told Abigail she was going to help her, and then she's like, oh, finally, we're done.
Yeah, she slips out.
She was the demon overlord. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
She's helped them for her own convenience. She's done nothing to redeem herself. Stop with this.
She's terrible. It'd be great, though, if that was really the end of Abigail. Just, they ask Mel about it. Like, oh, yeah, I tried, and she died. I couldn't do anything.
Mel's looking at the Insta like, huh? Oh, yeah, she's died. I don't know. Scroll. Oh, Abigail is dead post. Like. Updated on Parker's Insta. Sis died, pretty bummed out.
She sees Ruby liked it too, and she's like, oh, maybe it will work out.
Wait, what did Ruby have to do with Abigail? Were you with Abigail?
If I was with Abigail, why would I like her dying? Oh, yeah, let's have muffins.
Hang on, Phelan, don't spoil people. Don't jump the gun.
Yeah, let's totally know what happens at the end.
Don't spoil the muffins.
Mortimer
the
Muffins.
Yeah, Mortimer Muffins himself. I see a through line here, muffins somewhere. Maybe that's another clue that they're listening to our podcast. They threw the muffins in there just for us. So Mel runs in and she yells at Abigail to wake up. And after she wakes up, she ices the flames. Could she not do this while she was sleeping? She's like, hey, wake up! Wake up! Get out of the flames! Wake up!
Unfortunately, Abigail's mostly burnt to shit by then.
Hilarious. She just finds like a little soot silhouette where she was. Yeah, starts whistling and backs up. Yeah.
I'm in need of a guilt remover spell.
So, Macy and the Alien Hunter, update on that situation. We have reports. I'm getting a report on my my headset here. So he tells his story to her about the orb. It gave him some knowledge, but it took his eyesight. Slowly his eyesight was going away. And apparently that means he got delayed cataracts up until they stole it. Then he was completely blind because his eyes look normal.
They were normal. He could see when they came to visit him.
Yeah, like maybe you could say he was nearsighted, but why, when they took it away, did his eyes immediately go cataracty if it was supposed to be gradual eyesight loss?
I thought, too, by the end of this, like, Harry would heal him or something, but no.
I think he died.
Did he die?
Yeah, I think so. Because at the end of this scene, he goes like, and like falls over, and then I think that was him dying, because we don't see him again.
Oh, that was a pretty non-reaction by Macy then.
Macy is so boring now. She doesn't react to things. Like she has two faces. She has neutral and she has kind of tearful, like, I don't know, Harry. What? Like she kind of stutters a little bit. It's like when Allison Brie has her Disney eyes, the like fluttery tear eyes. That's what Macy does.
That's more of a reaction than what happened here. This is about as good as those demons out the window at the beginning. It's like, what? Oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, she has two things, neutral and tearful, and she only does tearful when she's with Harry, so she's doing neutral, like, kind of a bummer. Remember when she cared when people died? Like, at the beginning of season 2, they sort of had she was sad that they were losing people, and they kind of gave up on that very quickly.
Yeah, that was one of the nice things that was going on near the beginning of season 2, where they're trying to have that chart about who we saved and who we didn't.
But the orb is addictive. That's the important information that Harry or Macy gets from this.
Snort orb.
Don't try orb even once. So the alien hunter conveniently dies.
Is that in the basement? Or is that in the attic, I mean?
No, this was at his house when she went to see him. I guess she just leaves him there. Bye! Okay. Someone will find your body eventually.
I thought that was at the Charmed One's house for some reason. I was like, what'd she do? Just throw his body out the window or something?
Mel goes like, have you guys checked the alienhunter.com Insta? It says that he died. Oh my god. Like...
And Maggie's like, I can't deal with that right now because this is supposed to be the year of me.
And then Ruby's like, why were you liking posts for alienhunter.com? Are you getting with that alien hunter guy? Have you gone straight? Are you bisexual now?
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Abigail is going to stay at the house. She acts all cutesy with Mel. Ew. Oh, you like that I'm here in my pajamas? Mel, we gotta get together. Mel, look at me. No.
Mel is kind of like blank staring at the wall as this is going on. And then she's like, I hear the door. And she walks over to it and Ruby's there. And she goes, OMG, what's going on in there? Is that some other girlfriend of yours? And Mel goes, I'm mad about Muffin's girl.
See, I thought it was just Mel acting like an idiot, but then Ruby comes over like, hey, you didn't answer my text. I was worried about you. And she sees Abigail in there and she's like, you're with someone now. Da 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 da. Yeah. Like, both of them are just like jealous of each other.
Yeah, they're the same. And instead of bothering to clear it up, they both act like idiots and go, let's end this. Yeah.
Yeah, they temporarily break up. I wrote, wow, cool.
They end their
alliance. You know what? I thought maybe it could have been for real because they just throw away Mel's girlfriend so quickly. I'm like, I don't know. They could have been like, we want to make room for Abigail, so bye. But
that's kind of what I thought when they did that.
I guess it was just a little muffin tiff. That's all.
I mean, they still seem like they're threatening Malbigail.
Oh, they definitely are. They're gonna watch once it's safer to do smoochy scenes. They're gonna smooch, and then Ruby's gonna walk in and then break up with her.
Mm-hmm. And throw a muffin at her, and it'll knock Mel out for some reason. They'll be like, Mel has a weakness for muffins.
She goes like, oh no, blueberry, that one was the worst.
It's like now how angels were weak to popcorn and Supernatural. Muffins just take Mel out.
Phelan, what's the worst kind of muffin?
One with raisins.
Raisins? Yeah, it's probably not the best. I think it would be okay. I don't like homemade muffins that are kind of like bread muffins. You know, like it's like not that sweet and the texture's kind of gummy. Maybe this is just a specific thing to me. I think those are the worst muffins I've ever had, though.
Okay.
Don't try to make muffins in a bread maker. It's not good. Harry's going crazy, and Macy's like, give me the orb, come on! Harry's like, hang on, I got some answers here. These symbols, I think the location is like a tomb or a prison or something. Oh, by the way, Macy, you're gonna die. And I thought this was gonna be another fucking prophecy thing, like, enough with these prophecies that the charmed ones are gonna die that don't mean anything.
It's just crazy Harry complaining that she'll get old and he won't.
Yeah. I think, like, it's good that it wasn't that, but they don't need to do another fake out with that. I think it's a bad sign if your show does so many of these that I'm like, ugh, enough. Even when you're red herringing it.
Well, at this point, we don't care. At this point, if they died, we'd be like, alright.
Mel bitches at Abigail for causing problems. Why did you act like we were together?
Why didn't you say we weren't? I don't know.
I wrote, boo-hoo, fuck off, show. Macy and Harry are talking. Harry says that she's gonna grow old and die, and he's really bummed out about that. So it wasn't another prophecy, it was just old dude problems. And Macy says, I think the dumbest line they've ever said on this show. I think this is the dumbest line they've ever said on the show. She says, you know what solve is? An anagram for loves.
Well, what do you know? It's not every day you see the stupidest thing you've ever seen.
What the
Yeah.
Solve means never having to say you're sorry. You know what solve is? An anagram for loves.
Loves solves it.
Yeah, so she convinces him to let go of the orb because she solved him. Maggie's coming back
Maggedy.
to the house. I was gonna say Mabigail.
Mabigail. I like Maggedy.
Maggedy Ann. She's going to the house. She sees stupid Abigail walking around in demon form. Mel and Macy show up and they attack the demon. None of them have seen her in demon form yet. But Mel recognizes her ring that she saw earlier, so she realizes that Abigail is sleep demoning.
And she goes, wow, it's our time to kill her. Alright, power 3. Dead.
What? They act like this was like a big cliffhanger, big bad scary thing, and then they reveal she's just sleep demoning and there's abandonment issues and a whole bunch of other stupid shit. Like, who cares?
Let's file that under not interesting.
Well, they wake her up. She doesn't remember anything. They say, no, Abby, you are the demons.
And she goes, I have a sister. I'm like, oh, that's really interesting. Don't you have a brother too? Yeah, he's in jail, I think, still. I don't know.
His jail Insta hasn't been updated in a long time.
What up? Still in jail.
They won't let me have my guitar in jail. It's a real bummer. So Mel and Abigail have a heartfelt talk.
Nah.
Abigail's apparently been trying to kill herself in her sleep, because the thing she got from her sister was her demon half, but that it was hidden by her mom. So she got her demon self back, and she has abandonment issues. Boo fucking who? Is anyone into this? Anyone in the comments? Do you feel bad for Abigail? Do you care? Is this... it feels so hollow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so mad, Phelan.
It is. It's hollow and I don't care. They could do something with her and Ruby, but they don't want to do much there either. They barely remember Ruby exists half the time.
We get a disgusting Maggie and Antonio makeup dinner. And he actually says the line. He says, I'm your nemesis? You're my nemesis!
Then Maggie sees a vision of her and him fucking, and we're like, wow, who cares?
That was major Phoebe energy, right? Like, she has a vision about getting with someone, and is like, I must get with someone then, because my vision told me we're gonna get together. Real Dex in the City vibes here.
Mm-hmm. And she's like, "Oh, did Macy die? I forgot to ask her if she was dead."
In the middle of this flaccid scene, Jordan sees them and leaves. I don't feel bad for Jar Jar Binks either, and his mystery girlfriend. Is she there? Is she not? Schrodinger's girlfriend. She simultaneously exists and doesn't.
Ugh, who cares?
Then we also get a Mel and Ruby makeup coffee, and they share muffins together.
Yeah. They're like, "Oh, sorry for breaking up with each other. We should have just talked." Wow. Good job!
We learned a true lesson today. They do more stupid hands almost holding. This just seems to be the thing that couples do now.
To be sparking, which is that pleasurable? You'd think it wouldn't be, but I guess, creating a little hand sparks, it's good stuff.
Whatever. Harry and Macy, old people talk. Harry's craziness did give them some info about a fifth dimension. From the fifth dimension.
Whoa, that must be the dimension where they give a shit about this show still.
I don't believe that exists. So this fifth dimension is where all of these creatures have been coming from. They accidentally freed them with that tree shit. It's magical Alcatraz. Dun dun dun.
Mm-hmm.
The end.
Yep.
Phelan, I got a fashion segment.
Oh, cool.
So there was a few good looks. I liked Maggie's black shirt dress that had big buttons and a blue and gold trim. Mm-hmm. I think that's her first outfit that she wears. She also had an outfit at the makeup dinner with poofy shoulders and roses on it. It was very cleavagey. It's a good look. We also had one from Ruby. I think this was the first Ruby on the fashion segment. I liked her sweater that was like a cat print mishmash with like red scarf material. It was like several different fabrics.
Alright.
It's pretty good. Phelan, who's your Margoyle?
Maggie.
Yeah.
Being so self-centered and not... Her thing was done so quickly, she could have checked. I know Mel's thing in the first place for not joining on the quest was weaker, but Maggie's was done super quick, and she could have joined Macy before they even left. And then she doesn't bother to find anything out till she's strolling in the house later and catches a dumb demon there. It's like, what's the demon doing in the house? I can't believe I didn't read names. I'm so stupid.
Terrible. Yeah, I almost picked her too for that exact reason. For the not reading the names is pretty bad, but I think my Margoyle is gonna be Macy. Because solve is an anagram for loves is the most loser thing anyone could say. I'm embarrassed that this was written and performed. I feel bad for Madeline Mantock. Terrible.
At least Mo catches on eventually.
All right, what are your overall thoughts on this episode, Phelan? Did you like it?
It sucked. It was a terrible combination of supernatural and original charm in the blender from hell.
This, I think, was the worst of the season so far. I think even worse than, like, the leftover season 2 stuff. Like, I was really mad watching it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't have any car man or car woman. Like, what are we watching for?
Yeah, they didn't. Last week was like such a false promise, and then they like nosedived it again. Like, I thought maybe we could get 1 or 2 all right episodes before going back into the bad shit, but they just it was a fluke.
Yep,
it was a car fluke.
The show was a fluke.
Yeah. Do you have anything else you'd like to say about this episode, Phelan?
Absolutely not.
All right. Let's wrap this up then. If you guys enjoyed our angry ranting, I'd appreciate it if you like, subscribed, or reviewed on whatever platform you're enjoying this on. You can find us on most podcast platforms at this point. On Anchor.fm, we are under Charmed Hard with a Vengeance or Charmed Rewind. You can find us on YouTube in video form under youtube.com/movie nights the series, or Phelan stuff, youtube.com/Phelis. You can find us both on Patreon, support our respective shows and other content, or get early access to stuff. Mine's at patreon.com/movie nights. Phelan's at patreon.com/Phelis. Thanks to Peter Hunter for editing for us. You can find him on Twitter at PretorHunter. Phelan, what hashtags should we use?
Hashtag cancel churned.
Hashtag boo fucking who.
Hashtag no seriously cancel churned.
Hashtag solve is an anagram for loves. We're done. We'll see you Charmanders next time. Bye!